Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollen, and I'm your host. Welcome back to The Score, Vegas edition. It's Taylor Vollen. We are officially at the halfway point of the 2023 NFR. While it feels like it's going so quickly, there's still so much money to be won. Tonight, in an interesting round, I would say, Luke Brown and Hunter Koch won round 5 with a 3.8 second run. Luke and Hunter didn't really start the finals off the ideal way, but the last two nights have been an upward climb. This also marks Hunter's first ever NFR go-round win, something we briefly talk about and something that's really exciting. This episode is pretty short, I will warn you, and I do apologize, but I hope you still enjoy hearing from Luke and Hunter. This episode is presented by Resistol. Resistol has supported us in our multimedia coverage of all things team roping since 2012. Check out Resistol's new footwear collection, primed to ring in 2024 with a bang. So it's been 3 years since you guys been to the finals?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel... Two? Do you feel like that has any part in maybe a little bit of a slower start?
No, I don't think so. I just think that you can't hardly practice for how realistic and fast it is, the start is, and everything else, and just getting in a groove. You know, I've been here and been lucky and placed in the first round, and been here and it's just getting a groove. You can't practice this setup. I don't know why it's so different, but it is. I mean, it's just, we ain't never sweat it. First couple of steers, I didn't like our third round steer, and I missed him, and it's my fault. I overthought it too much and made it a bigger deal than what it was, and that was on me, but I haven't worried about it at all. It's just meant to be whatever it's meant to be.
What felt different about tonight?
For me personally, it was a great steer, and I finally got in the spot I wanted to be in down the arena to set myself up for an easier shot, which made the run finish better. Kind of had my width and distance right, and that made it to where I probably heeled this steer slower than the one last night, but the finish was way better.
How do you guys kind of battle back through challenges here?
I feel like we don't have like Luke said, we kind of come here and practice, and then we just react and stick to one game plan. You know, you don't want to get here and go to plan B, plan C, plan D. I made a horse change after the first night, helped me, and then like Luke said, our third steer was a little bit trickier. He was lower headed and cut him off a little bit. But same strategy. The only difference for me is a horse change, and Luke's headed good the first 2 rounds too, so he's been on point.
The horse change, why do you feel like that was so important, and what kind of made you be like, okay, I've got to get on something else?
Well, the first round I just felt like I wasn't pushing down the arena as much as I needed to. That horse is real. He's not cowy, but when the head rope goes on, he starts paying attention and slowing down. And in here, you almost need to keep that same speed going down the arena. And my other horse, thank the good Lord I have too, he'll kind of run through that and give me the momentum I need.
Gotcha. How did you guys feel about that steer you drew tonight?
No, I love that steer. I watched him whenever we roped him last Tuesday through the rope throughs, and then I watched Rogers run him, and I thought he was probably a little better steer than we had last night, speed-wise, but kind of the same pattern. He had the same horn, same size. So I was pretty confident when I seen him that I liked him a lot, and that helps a lot. But he was good. He was probably a little slower than he was with Rogers, and I kind of had to pull up the barrier a little bit. And was on top of him before I knew it. So he was pretty good.
Things looked aggressive, like in a good way, of course. Did you guys feel that way? Did you feel on the top of your game?
For me, that felt like the most relaxed run we've had.
Really?
In my opinion.
Do you feel like people think that that's a bad thing when they hear it's a relaxed run?
I think it's supposed to feel that way. You know, when you're doing everything the way you're supposed to, it is easy. So I enjoyed getting that feeling tonight.
Have you won around before the finals?
It's my first one.
Tell me how that feels. I can imagine.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Finally get it done and get to do it with Luke. It's been a dream come true for sure.
Yeah, Luke, tell me a little bit about that. I mean, getting his first round one with him. I mean, that's got to be special.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was his first round. So
really?
it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a real fun night. My daughter, she's 9, and I'm not so sure she don't love Hunter more than me. So it's gonna be she's gonna be on stage and she's gonna be wound up. It's gonna be fun.
That's got to be cool, though. I mean, to have like that family connection almost, that everybody's into it.
Yeah.
It takes an army, and I truly believe me and Luke together have the best team behind us ever.
Well, and that's got to be part of why you guys have been able to come back and get heated up, I feel like.
That stage at South Point will be full, I promise.
That's awesome. I know a lot of people want to talk about the age, the young guy and the veteran. Does it even feel that way, though?
That's what I just got done saying. Everybody brings the age deal up with Luke, but I've rodeoed with probably 4 or 5 different guys, and I don't feel it or see the age thing being a problem for Luke. He can drive all night and rope all day, and he seems as young as I am.
What about for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I seem like I've always been 10 years behind time anyway. It was 34. I made it the first time, and I broke my whole life. So, or 30. I was 32 maybe or something. So I don't know. My wife and kid keep me going pretty dang hard anyway. So I don't. And my dad, he's 70, and he acts like he's 30.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know.
It's in the brown genes to stay young.
It don't bother me a bit.
Have you ever helped someone get their first round win before, or was Hunter the first?
No, he's definitely the first.
I just feel like that's got to be such a neat feeling for you.
Yeah, well, no, I mean he deserves. He's deserving of a gold buckle right now. He looks good.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Game plan for the rest of the week?
Keep on keeping on.